Before the match against Brighton last Saturday evening, Manchester United faced a 6-year streak without a victory in the second round of the season, and this year was no exception, as the Amex continued to bring sorrow to Erik ten Hag's team with a 2-1 defeat. Looking back at the team's recent performance, it's difficult to choose anyone who completed their task well, as problems were evident everywhere, including with manager Erik ten Hag. However, in today's video, we'd like to offer encouragement to Amad Diallo, scorer of the equalizer in the 60th minute, who strongly overcame mental shock to give his all in every step. This is very commendable, and was the only bright spot for Manchester United against Brighton. Before the match with the Seagulls in the second round of the Premier League, Amad Diallo unexpectedly shared a childhood photo of himself in his mother's arms with the status, "Rest in peace, Mom. May Allah forgive you." Many fans were surprised by this and sent condolences to the Ivory Coast star. Everyone stood by number 16 as he overcame this profound grief. At just 10 years old, Old Trafford star left his homeland to move to Italy. He and his family chose Parma as their place of residence, and he began his football career at Boca Barco. However, the first setback occurred in 2020, when Amad Diallo and his brother were accused of illegal entry during a crackdown on child trafficking in the land of pasta. During the difficult times of living fully with his passion, his mother was always by the side of the winger born in 2002, and played an extremely important role in shaping Amad Diallo into who he is now. He had previously shared his mother's boundless happiness when he officially debuted for the Red Devils in the match against Real Sociedad in 2021. "Everything was unbelievable. After making my debut for Manchester United against Real Sociedad, I called my mom after the game, and she cried, saying she couldn't believe it. For me, it was an amazing feeling, because playing at the highest level only happens once in a lifetime. Mom was really proud of me and always believed I would reach the top, but she always told me to stay humble, work hard, and never give up." It seemed this shock would affect the former Atalanta star's mentality. He might struggle to play against Brighton. But according to the Manchester Evening News, number 16 asked permission from the coaching staff to be included in the starting lineup and play for the club despite his deep sorrow over his family's loss. Indeed, Amad Diallo's performance in the first half was ineffective, and he played without confidence, his legs seeming heavy. Fans began to criticize the 22-year-old player when he failed to make a decisive pass in an extremely promising situation in the first 45 minutes of play, leaving Manchester United to accept being behind. During the halftime break, it wasn't hard to find comments criticizing the Ivory Coast star and wanting him to leave the field as soon as possible. Although he had some very good friendly matches, when entering the official season, the forward born in 2002 seemed to reveal his true form, and his physical disadvantage prevented him from creating anything too special. While the fans were most disappointed, Amad Diallo shone, receiving an extremely intelligent through ball from Noussair Mazraoui. Number 16 handled it neatly, eliminating Jack Hinchelwood before unleashing a decisive shot with his preferred foot. The ball touched Jan-Paul van Hecke's knee, giving goalkeeper Jason Steele no chance. The celebration wasn't overly exuberant, but it expressed two ideas from the 22-year-old star. He wanted to dedicate it to his mother in heaven and show his love for Old Trafford by pointing straight at the logo on his left chest. Two greatest loves of his life were expressed through this extremely emotional celebration. The goal seemed to lift all the weight from Amad Diallo's feet as he continued to make an impact with active challenges, constant pressing, and supporting his teammates in defensive situations. Although his physique was somewhat inferior when being overpowered by veteran James Milner, his spirit was no less than any star on the field. The former Atalanta star's first goal also brought a historic milestone for the club. It was the first time two African players combined to create a goal in the Premier League. The new summer signing, Noussair Mazraoui, Moroccan blood. As for our main character, he hails from the Ivory Coast. This is an extremely interesting image and greatly encourages the spirit of both. Then in the 70th minute, Manchester United's exemplary counterattack originated from Casemiro's successful challenge. He gave the ball to Bruno Fernandes, and the captain quickly deployed it to the right wing of his younger teammate. This time, the star born in 2002 didn't cut inside and shoot with his left foot. He surprised Lewis Dunk by pushing the ball along the sideline to number 8. Bruno then had a cross for Alejandro Garnacho to finish into Brighton's net. But unfortunately, the goal was disallowed due to Joshua Zirkzee's knee. Although there were opinions that the Dutch striker was cosplaying Nani's ball breaking from years ago when he prevented Cristiano Ronaldo from scoring in the national team jersey, in this situation, number 11 was in a passive position, as he was just sliding on the grass. The decision was made, and this is seen as the turning point that prevented the Red Devils from keeping a point at the Amex Stadium. If it had been a successful clearance, Amad Diallo would have again put his stamp on the home team's goal. But anyway, what the former Atalanta star showed is very commendable, especially when he had just gone through a very big shock in his life. Although there were still many ineffective handling phases or no significant impact, whenever he had the chance, the 22-year-old finished very well, even eating all that Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, or Casemiro had shown. Looking at the equalizing goal, many people must have sensed the image of Mason Greenwood from the past with the ball cut to the left and powerful finishing. If you followed the Ivory Coast striker long enough, we can see that he has a very technical and creative playing style, likes to dribble past many opponents before finishing. However, his inherent weakness is his slow decision-making ability, sometimes letting opportunities pass by regrettably. This sometimes slows down the team's attacking rhythm, as well as missing moments that could end the game. Recently, former Manchester United star Dimitar Berbatov gave his opinion on his successor. Accordingly, the Bulgarian Rose understands very well what Amad Diallo is going through, and he needs to try his best at all times. Even if it's the smallest to reach a new level in his career, Amad is still very young and has many opportunities to play. I think his loan to Sunderland has brought many benefits because you can see this guy is not ready, face the pressure, and play regularly. In Manchester United's first team, there has been progress and maturity in the way Amad plays. I think Ten Hag has told his student to be ready to make a difference and play more. But the competition will also be very high. Don't be discouraged when you don't get to play. Sometimes football can be very cruel. Keep fighting. Try your best in training. I think Amad will have many opportunities to play this season. He needs to seize them, and not just on the right wing. Indeed, there are still many things to improve at Old Trafford. But not just for individuals. And Amad Diallo himself must quickly prove his ability to assert his position in the starting lineup. Because Antony or Garnacho are still there, ready to replace him at any time. The bright spots we saw after the recent match against Brighton are how the player born in 2002 overcame difficulties by himself, overcame incidents affecting his playing psychology to bring the best possible performance. Especially the changes in the second half, when number 16 improved very quickly compared to the first 45 minutes of play. Although he could return home early to be with his family, encouraging each other to overcome this pain, Amad Diallo still showed his great responsibility, which is to stay with the club to complete the match with Brighton before heading home to say goodbye to his foster mother. Proposing his wish to the leadership also shows the excellent fighting spirit that the Ivory Coast player has brought. He tried his best, overcoming the pressure from a not-so-good first half to get his first goal of the season, as well as give the most wonderful gift to his late mother.
Thank you for tuning into VR 360. We hope you enjoyed our latest updates and insights on all things Manchester United. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest news, match analysis, and exclusive content. Join our community of passionate Red Devils fans and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us bring you the best coverage of our beloved team. Until next time, stay united and keep the red flag flying high.